Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 146. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you're having some trouble getting it done, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, you can look up Christine Inc., like the stuff you write with, so christine-inc.com. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I have picked up over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success, and they can actually turn a non-author, someone who doesn't consider themselves a writer even, into an author. Those three magic tricks are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's inspirational quote about writing. It is better to write a bad first draft than to write no first draft at all. Will Shetterly. And this week we are at the movies here on Your Daily Writing Habit, and I'm connecting the dots between screenwriting and book writing, as I have experience in both areas. So it's a particularly fun week for me to kind of bring my 20-somethings passion into my current passion, book writing, because I've talked about it. And I told my whole story in yesterday's episode, number 145. I told the whole story of how I became a screenwriter and all the things I learned, from that along the way from learning that craft. So connecting the dots here. So for the next few days, I'm pulling out three specific lessons that I learned in screenwriting that we can all use as authors of our books. The first one is called a logline. So in screenwriting, a logline is a one sentence. It's clear and compelling. It's a clear and compelling description of the story of the screenplay. It's kind of like a WIFM, in marketing, like what's in it for me, for the movie's audience. It answers the question, what is interesting about this movie and why should I care about it? So for those, we watch movies and you see the trailers and there's that one sentence, usually with the guy with the very dramatic voice and everything like that. That's usually based on the logline of the movie. And the marketing writers obviously, spice it up a little bit, but it all starts with that one log line. So here's a sample one, and chime in at my Inc. authors group on Facebook to tell me if you recognize. Can you tell me the movie that this log line comes from? A thief who steals corporate secrets through the use of dream-sharing technology is given the inverse task of planting an idea into the mind of a CEO. Name that movie. So yeah, my Inc. authors group on Facebook. Go ahead and hop on over there and tell me what movie I just described. And moving on here. So the parallel in book writing world to the log line in screenwriting is what I call the reader promise statement. This is the WIFM for your readers, what they'll ultimately walk away with if they read your book. Knowledge, inspiration, and entertainment experience for fiction novels, or maybe new ideas. So your challenge, your task as an author is, how can you draw from the clarity, brevity, and preciseness, the precision of some famous movie log lines, like the one that I just gave you the example of, when you're describing your book to your readers. So how can you draw that same level of clarity, brevity, and precision that they use in log lines? Because log lines and screenplays, for movies are super, super short. So how can you do that for your book? How many words can you use? Like, how few number of words can you use to describe your book in such an effective way that people understand the promise that you're making to them? That is the challenge. And here's kind of a template, kind of a Mad Libs that you can use to fill in the blanks and get you started. So get your pen and paper ready and try this Mad Libs way of constructing a reader promise statement. In blank being your book title, readers will blank. So pick a verb. They will, learn, be inspired by, be transported to, something like that. And then the next thing would be the noun. So they'll learn how to quilt, just off the top of my head. And as a result, they will blank. So gain, achieve, walk away with. So what will they be able to do? That's the word we're looking for there, is what will they be able to do as a result of learning the information or, having the entertainment experience or whatever that you're promising in your book. So in blank, readers will blank. And as a result, they will blank. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll print out the full version of this in my Inc. authors group. So hopefully you pop on over there on Facebook. And the idea of this kind of Mad Libs template is really just to get the juices flowing so that you as the author can get clear on your reader promise. That's the whole point of this. This is not exactly how reader promise statements are constructed. What I'm just trying to do here that I hope you get is just to help you get clear on what it is that you're offering your reader. Because if you're clear, they'll be clear. Everybody will be clear. They'll understand your book. They'll be, compelled by it from page one. They'll, can't wait to sit down and read the whole thing and then tell all their friends about it. But that all starts with you being clear on what you are promising them. And that's just a little exercise to help you do that. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for the next part in my screenwriting to book writing series. So today we talked about log lines in screenplays and how they parallel reader promises in books. And in total, it's episodes number 145 through 148 if you'd like the whole screenwriting to book writing series. And I already mentioned my Inc. Authors group on Facebook if you want to drop by for motivation, accountability, book writing and publishing resources, and more. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to write an awesome book, please let them know about Your Daily Writing Habit. Until tomorrow, happy writing.